3, 2. Cooking with Debbie and friends. Cooking with Debbie and friends. We'll make some good food, talk about marriage and parenting too. Self-care and budgeting and some recipes for life, yeah. Cooking with Debbie
I'm on.
and friends.
I gotta know this.
I wondered what that was.
Hi everybody. Hi Tony. It's so good to see you here.
Hey, my dad.
Hi everybody. Welcome to Cooking with Debbie and Friends, a cook and chat show we film right here in my kitchen with my husband Travis.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. we get together and we live stream out to Facebook and YouTube. So if you're in one of those platforms, please share, and let your friends know that you're watching.
Yeah, and we stream to these platforms so that you can chat with us and you can also chat with each other, because Cooking with Debbie is all about spending time with friends.
So say hi, put a comment in the comments section, and we'll chat with you during the show.
And please don't forget to subscribe to YouTube as well, because we have new content on there. Hi everybody, hi Richard, and I'm assuming Rhea and Artemis are watching with you. Cindy Castillo, hello. Suzanne Denlinger from Vegas, are you watching with Paula? Debbie Wheatley-Ferguson, I thought you were out having a wonderful time.
It's so funny that you say the whole name every time, Debbie Wheatley-Ferguson.
Because I saw that she was having an adventure today on Facebook. Mm-hmm. So I'm so flattered that you are spending some time with us. Hi, Robert Snow.
Hey,
excited
Bob.
about tonight's show, Scott Hill. Good. Hi, guys.
Hey, Sandy. And Robert Haley.
This has been... 2020 has been fill in the blanks.
A long decade.
It's been about 10 years long.
It's a long decade.
Here we are, October 712th.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't seem to stop. It just doesn't seem to stop. Hi, Sally. Hi, Anna Maria.
Hey, Sally.
Hi, Robert Haley. It just doesn't seem to stop. And I think I said this, that when that earthquake hit in California and we were just rocking back and forth and we looked at each other and went...
Now, normally she would panic on an earthquake.
Yeah.
I actually think they're pretty fun because I'm from the Midwest, and when you have an earthquake, that's kind of a cool thing. But we both really just looked at each other and went, yeah, of course.
What else?
Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
Who cares?
Okay. I'm at Walt Disney World. Everyone is social distancing and wearing their mask properly.
That's
Debbie. That's what.
Debbie
Wheatley-Ferguson said that. And if you chat with other people in the comments section, Scott and Fabian, they are Disney lovers too, and they were saying the same thing about Disney, that it's going really well there, and they just. They're so excited that Walt Disney World is opening and functioning. Hi, Pilar.
Hey, baby.
So, anyway, it's just been so stressful. And there are things on the rise like depression and insomnia. And insomnia isn't just a commercial on TV like, oh, I can't sleep, take some Sominex. I mean, insomnia can be a illness that depletes your body.
Right.
And
you make bad decisions. It impairs your driving, and it doesn't mean you can't sleep at all. It just means you have really irregular sleep, or there are varying degrees of insomnia.
Yeah, and sometimes it's worse to just wake up at night and not be able to get back to sleep, or have interrupted cycles of sleep. Hi, Debbie Grow. And so, you don't want to be taking medication every night, and it's just hard to calm down. It's just hard to calm down your soul and your heart. And sometimes you want to watch the news to know what's going on, but you don't want to watch the news. And then, right as we were going on, if you catch the very first part of the show, my phone went off to let me know I was on. I'm like, oh, so your phone...
Notifications and news. Also, Pilar's going to talk about in a little bit just the lighting that we choose and how it affects our circadian rhythm throughout the evening too.
Yeah. So Richard said the Got Milk earthquake ad. I haven't seen that one, but he left the YouTube, so we can go hit that later. So some of the things that I'm here to be soothed and comforted. We will do that for you, Carol. It's just, the news is such an assaulting thing on our system. And voting season, as excited as I am to have a whole voting season, it feels like we're just all ramped up all the time. Ramped up. And it shows up in your sleep and in your thinking and in your relationships and in your, something will trigger you and you'll be upset or sad. There's just so much that we've talked about on this show. But today we're talking solely about how to get de-stressed and get rid of some of that anxiety.
I really love what Pilar's going to talk about. She's got some really good tips and points, but also, a big thing with changing how you feel is we comfort ourselves with food. And so comfort food is one of the best ways, especially if you prepare for it. Now, I don't know the calorie count of this, and frankly, I don't care, because every now and then you need something. You need to fill up your tummy with something so your soul feels better. Yeah. And that's what comfort food is, and this meal in particular.
Right. So we're talking about comfort food today, and a freezer tip to tell you how to start with that preparing for busy weeks and chaotic days. Because if you have something in the freezer ready to go that all you have to do is microwave, oh my gosh. You're ahead of the game. Mm-hmm. We've done takeout. We've done takeout a couple times this week because it's been hectic. And for the two of us, even though we can squeeze like a leftover out of it, like a lunch or something, we're still looking at like $25 to $30 for the two of us. So the more you can be prepared, the better. Hi, Paula. Are you enjoying your visit with Suzanne out there in Vegas? So let's get started on this. And then we will go visit with Pilar. She's got something really wonderful. If you're watching the Dodgers, feel free to put up the scores. Yeah. Hi, Lemieux. So feel free to put up the scores to let us know what's going on. Don't forget to tune in a week from today, because we will be dark on Thursday, because who might have a presidential debate, may not.
Who knows?
We don't know.
Well, let's talk about what are we making tonight?
We are making a comfort meal that is so good, and it's the first meal I learned to cook in Girl Scouts, and my mom was the one that was taking over in that day and teaching us, checking everything off, because you have a badge, right? And you got to check off all these little things to get your badge. So my mom made this meal. And we're going to make the same thing. 4-1 Dodgers. Thanks, Deb. Go Dodgers.
Finish your thought.
So this is the Quaker Oats prize-winning recipe. I don't screw around with it. If it's won an award, let's not screw around with it.
You don't add extras. You don't add anything or take anything out. Just
nothing.
Like this.
There are things you can add to it, and meatloaf lovers, can be bold. You can have bold meatloaf, you can have a humble meatloaf.
That was the first time she said what she was making. Meatloaf.
Hi, RJ.
What's up, RJ?
Spoilers. Oh, wait, did somebody say that they're recording the game?
Oh, we're recording it. Oh, okay. So don't read the comments. Who wrote that? Oh, Rhea and Richard are recording it. So,
well, now
how are we going to get around it? Well, for now, everyone's happy about the Dodgers.
Yeah, everybody's happy. Hi, Monica. Debbie Gross, she's so cute. Sorry. That's okay.
So the prize-winning Quaker Oats meatloaf.
And why I like this meatloaf is because if you want to do like savory, you can put gravy and serve it with mashed potatoes and a vegetable. If you want to do a sandwich with the leftovers, it doesn't have that barbecue-y sweet taste that some meatloafs have. I don't put bacon in it because I don't need all that fat. And so I like the humble basic recipe because it can go all different places from there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So if you want to put some barbecue sauce on the top, you absolutely can. If you want to put some bell pepper in there, go ahead, knock yourself out. But I like this humble recipe. I love it. Okay. So what I'm starting off with is, and here's my thing too. I always say this. Why make one when I can make two just as easily, right? So we've got an oven preheated at 350 degrees.
Also, can we say the sides are going to be very, very simple.
So easy. You're not going to see this on any other cooking show, folks.
No,
You're not going to see this.
Because we're trying to make it easy.
Exactly.
Trying to reduce the anxiety, reduce the time you're spending in here, so you can go sit on the couch and drink your tea, read your book of poetry, and really de-stress. So what are the sides?
And the sides are going to be actually a can of green beans. Sure, you can wash and steam some green beans if you want, but we're doing a can of green beans. And on episode 20, we made an amazing mac and cheese with different kinds of cheeses, and it's an all-day affair. Mm-hmm. But tonight, you want to take the box and show them?
It's one of my favorites. Now, macaroni and cheese in a box, Kraft makes an awesome one. I don't really ever go with the non-name brand. I always get Kraft because there's just something about that packet of powdery goodness. But
that's what we're doing. You're not going to see that on any other on any other food show that says, but you know what? This is about anti-anxiety. Right. Don't be a hero. Anna Maria said to Debbie Grow, no worries. I'm glad to have fans here. Yeah. My sister says she uses this recipe too. So this is all about don't be a hero. Don't be a hero. You're going to start that?
I'm just going to put it in there. So mac and cheese and
Blue box,
green beans
the best.
Are a favorite of mine because when Debbie was on the road, it's a quick and easy meal for Pilar and I would break open this, and maybe I'd have some barbecue chicken in a crock pot, or throw some burgers or steaks on the grill, or pork chops or something. Perfect complement, very easy to do. So this brings back some good memories for me. And then we would watch American Funny Home Videos.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
You get that started, and Travis, if you can open up my tomato sauce. Yes, green beans and Kraft mac and cheese. I've got 2 cans of tomato sauce here. Now the recipe, the only difference in the recipe is that you can use tomato sauce or tomato juice. I use tomato sauce. It's just what I do, and I bet my sister does it the exact same way because that's what our mom did. So come back and get this tomato sauce when you get a chance. I went ahead and I got the big chub at Walmart of the meat. I got an 80% 20 on the meat, so it still has some fat in there for some taste, and so it's the whole chub. The whole chub is 3 pounds. So the recipe calls for 1.5 pounds of meat. So why make one when you can make 2? The other thing I'm going to talk to you about tonight is these beautiful guys. I love these. These were $16 on Amazon. $8 each. No, I'm kidding. I got 30 of them for $16. So do the math. 50 cents each, right? 50 cents each for these. So these go right into the freezer. They go into the oven. They can't go into the microwave, obviously. You can write on them what you have in here. And to me, this is a good way to spend your money. I know that some people are like into, protect the earth, but we got to protect our sanity too. And sometimes it's good to have this disposable ware and be able to use it. So I bought 30 of them. I'm going to use them.
Why else that's good?
Why?
Because it's very easy. Debbie loves to do this. Someone might have an illness or lost a family member. Very easy to say, here's a meal. Now you don't have to worry about it tonight. And not worry about your container. Right.
Because you don't want to give them something they're like, now I got to take back the container. So, and I'm also building some meals for our friend Danny, who's coming next week. He's a bachelor, and he eats dinner out every night, and he misses home cooking. He loves home cooking, but he just doesn't know how to cook. So I'm stocking some things in my freezer for him so he'll be able to have those. So get these. They're awesome. And you can cook in them. I'm going to use them at Christmas time. It's awesome. All right. So I've got my 3 pounds of meat. Again, the original recipe is 1.5, but I'm doubling it. So I'm going 3 pounds. I'm going to calls for 1 tomato sauce because I'm doing 2. I'm going to use your spatula.
Get all of it, girl.
Yeah. And because
hey, Eva.
I'm doing 2. Hi, Eva. Just got in from my 6-mile walk. Oh my gosh.
That was 6 miles more than I walked.
I know, right? We just keep passing by the Halloween bowl. So 2 cans of the tomato sauce. It calls for 3/4 cups of...
Don't tell everyone my business about the Halloween candy bowl.
Are you guys getting ready for trick-or-treaters? Isn't it kind of nice? There's an excuse now. Oh, we can't have candy in the house. No trick-or-treaters this year.
Yeah, well, she bought my favorite. She's targeting my sweet tooth by putting the Almond Joys in there.
They're Mounds bars.
Mounds bars. Whatever, coconut and chocolate.
It's the best. It calls for 3/4 cup of Quaker oats. You can do the quick oats. You can do the long original cooking oats. I don't even know what you would call them. But either one works for cookies or for meatloaf. Because it's 3/4 cup, I'm doubling it, so I'm going to 1.5 cups there. All right. Hi, Martha Scott.
Now, are these the same oats that you used to make those cookies the other day?
Yeah. And then I'll give you that recipe. Onions. It only calls for 1/4 cup of onions, but I'm going to use half because I'm making 2. Am I making you crazy by telling you? Also, this is you're just dirtying one big bowl here. That's all you're dirtying here.
My popcorn bowl.
Your popcorn bowl, and then these you can throw away when you're done. All right. So calls for 1/2 teaspoon of salt, but this teaspoon of salt. I'm doubling it. Same thing with the pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, but I'm doubling it, so it will be
let me show the
1/2
people.
teaspoon.
So
you use these
what
in
your mixture looks like.
Deb, I do use the oatmeal instead of breadcrumbs. I know some people use breadcrumbs and some people use white bread torn up or artisan bread. Meatloaf can go any which way. I know that for as many cooks, there's that many recipes for meatloaf. This is the one I use though because it's tried and true. And on a day when you're having anxiety and you just want a recipe to work. You don't want to have to figure anything out. You just want it to work. So, and then 1 egg for the original recipe, but because I'm doubling this, I'm doing 2. I washed my hands really well, and I took off my ring. And here's a tip from my daughter, Anna Maria Kanemacher. If you're finding that your jewelry is looking a little dull these days, it's because of the hand sanitizer. So clean off your rings when you can. And if you're using hand sanitizer, try not to get all your jewelry. So, but Debbie, I'm not going to say that breadcrumbs aren't delicious or that a meatloaf with bell pepper isn't fantastic, because it is. Or bacon or barbecue sauce. There's, like I said, so many recipes. Spraying with a little Pam here. Woohoo!
Now, I like to spray the pan near an open flame. I typically like to...
Can't stand you. So I'm getting right in here with my hands. I washed my hands and so they're clean. And I'm just going to get in here and do this. It feels great. And you don't want to overwork your meatloaf. There is such a thing as making your meatloaf too...
So mushy or something?
Yeah, it'll come out mushy and just... it doesn't have that same texture. You're looking for a texture that you can cut into it, and it's going to hold up to a gravy. It's going to hold up to a sauce if you want. Mm-hmm. And again, if you've joined us late, I just want to say I do this humble meatloaf because it'll take on a variety of flavors. You can add A1. You can add barbecue sauce. You can add bacon. Some people even put some ketchup on the top of their meatloaf before they cook it. Like I said, you can do all that afterwards, which is why I just do these meatloafs just straight out of the recipe like this. Now, I'm going to load my meatloaves into my 50 cents a piece. 50 cents. If you are a conscientious cook, you can wash those little pans and use them for other things. But man, what a buy, huh? 50 cents to have no dishes, to be able to deliver a meal to a friend or a family member who needs a meatloaf. So I'm going to do this. Look how quick that was.
No, you didn't. What you didn't tell them is that we already have some in the...
That's my secret.
Oh, did I tell them your secret?
Yeah, why don't you just tell them the Dodgers
score now?
Why
don't you write it on the whiteboard? Don't tell the secrets.
Well, on other shows, and I've done cooking shows on air, on television, in the real television world, and they always have something ready to go. So they put one in the oven as they're taking it out, going, oh, look, we happen to have one here. So I'll tell you what, you guys, This is the fourth meatloaf I'm making today. The third and fourth meatloaf I'm making today. And it was that quick.
Well, how long does it take to cook?
An hour. It's
Okay.
It's a slow cook. It's an hour. But here's the thing, too. You can freeze your meat. Can you move that bowl for me, babe?
Yeah.
You can freeze your meatloaf right now. You can do it like this raw, put it in the freezer raw, and then write on there the directions. Heat at 350 for an hour or until the inner temperature reaches 160. You can do that. I like to bake them. Why give somebody more work, right? I like to bake them ahead of time and let people go ahead and they can like warm up what they want either on a pan, in the oven, or in the microwave. So
Now you might be getting to this, so I might jump the gun, but do you put the topping on and then bake it, or do you put it on after?
What topping?
Like a ketchup or a gravy or something.
You can put ketchup on now if you want. But like I said, I'm giving a couple of these away.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to let them do what they want. And also,
options.
the options are too, like if I have a can of gravy and some mashed potatoes, then I'm not going to probably want to put a bunch of ketchup. If I want to serve it with baked beans or something that's kind of going to have that tangy sweet taste, then I probably would.
Or like on a sandwich.
Yeah, some people put green olives. Yeah, sandwich.
Yeah. I actually want a meatloaf sandwich for tomorrow.
Now, these are great for the next day too. If you don't eat it if you're not going to eat it the next day, go ahead and freeze the uneaten portion. And it can stay in your freezer up to 6 months. 6 months. Now, the reason I'm talking about freezing is because that really distresses you if you or like, what's for dinner, and you both come home at the same time and look at each other.
Wait, distresses or de-stresses?
It distresses you.
Oh, distresses you. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
So I snapped at him the other day because we fight in real life.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. So he said, it was just a day, and he looked at me and he goes, "What's for dinner?" I'm like, "I don't know. What'd you cook?" So it's not always, a fun thing to.
Well, don't make it sound like that's the biggest fight we've had, because that sounds very light. I think I cussed and kicked the car or something out in the garage.
So we're gonna put this in our oven that's hot and ready to go.
Well, we actually are gonna cook those.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like I said, you can freeze them like this. All right. Are you guys ready for Pilar's ideas? Because she has some amazing ideas. And I requested one drink because I find myself taking Benadryl or Tylenol PM.
For a while there was melatonin.
Melatonin, because, I'm just trying to get sleep and I just want to do it naturally. So we're going to turn this over to Pilar so she can tell us how to have a couple really great beverages, one during the day instead of that 4 p.m. coffee, and which will really screw with your sleep. And she also another one for before bed. And she has some amazing nighttime rituals. So here we go.
Okay, over to you, Pilar.
Skiddly-doo-dee-doo-dow-ba-dee-dow-dee. Pouring with Pilar. She's a barista.
Hi guys, welcome back to Pouring with Pilar. I'm Pilar, this is my bar, and over here we express ourselves in the kitchen through making drinks, but we also keep the conversation going about topics like mental health and self-care. Now, if you're like in the future, and you're watching back on this episode, it is currently October 2020, and Mama needs some melatonin. It has been so challenging to fall asleep this year. So I've kind of compiled 5 of my favorite tips that you can kind of put in your like sleepy time tool belt to help you both fall asleep and stay asleep in 2020. And of course, one of them is going to be tea. I mean, it's Pouring with Pilar. What did you expect? So we are going to be using lavender tea today. Now, I have 2 boxes, one just to show you, because when you go shopping, there are 2 of the most popular types of sleepy time tea. One being lavender, and one just a little bit more popular than that being chamomile. There's really no fundamental difference between the 2. I just prefer lavender because of the taste. It's really pretty and floral. And today we're not making not just 1, but 2 teas. We're going to be making a hot tea that you can drink right before bed, and it'll help you calm down, relax, and be ready to fall asleep. And then one that you can enjoy probably like early evening, late afternoon, just to kind of unwind a little bit. Now in both of these cups, I already have some honey. Honey is my sweetener of choice usually. They're already at the bottom of the cups, and I'm just going to be adding some boiled water to help emulsify it just a little bit. Alrighty. Guys, I cannot tell you how crazy this year has, well, you know, you guys have seen the news. We've all seen the news. It's been challenging. I've been trying to reframe it from being like 2020 sucks to just being like 2020 is a challenge. So I have that all in there, and I'm going to be using today, I didn't even tell you guys, this is my favorite tea. I kind of love it a lot. It is the Yogi Honey Lavender Stress Relief Tea. It's really good. It's not, there are a lot of teas out there that have a definite taste, you know what I mean? And this one, it's good. It's nice, and they have cute little sayings on the tags. So this one says, "The essence of life is to communicate love." Cool. Now for the cold tea, I'm going to be doing 2 tea bags because we need it to be a little bit stronger. For the hot tea, it's fine just doing 1 tea bag. It's a straightforward cup, and you can even just serve it once it's done brewing. Usually it'll take about, I want to say like 7 to 10 minutes to fully brew. So I'm going to add some more hot water. Do you guys want me to read off the other 2? I feel like I was a little rude with the first one. I'll read it off. I'll read it off for you. So this one says, "Communicate sacredness, build it, share it, and spread it." Nice. "Let us be kind and compassionate to remove the sadness of the world." That one, I'm keeping that one. Where is it? I'm keeping that one. All right. I'm going to move my trash over here. And for the iced one, we're done with the hot one for now. For the iced one, I'm going to be adding a secret ingredient. Now, bear with me. Bear with me. We're going to be adding basil. And I hear your concerns. Pilar, we're not making Italian food. Why are we adding basil to our tea? For a pretty good reason. Basil, because it's going to be in a tea form and not cooked into your food, it's not going to be like super potent, like punch in your face basil. It's going to be a nice mellow flavor. It's also really good for your digestion and for soothing your anxiety. So it's great to add to your, evening cup. So I'm just going to add, this is a quarter of a teaspoon. Do 1, 2, so half a teaspoon roughly. And then I'm going to stir that again. How are you guys? 2020 has just been putting us all through the ringer. How are you guys coping? I would love to hear some of your strategies in the comments down below. I'm not able to read them right now, but I get a kick out of seeing what you say. So like I said, 7 to 10 minutes, those need to brew. And now let's chat about the other 4 things that I have, because I came prepared for you guys. I love you guys, and I know that this is a challenging time. So as somebody who struggles a lot with anxiety, these 4 things have really come in clutch. And the first thing, Aunt Tracy, if you're watching this, you know exactly what this is. This is a salt rock lamp. And I think you gave it to me like 3 or 4 years ago, and I have used it every single night since. It is no secret that the blue light that comes from like your phone, your laptop, your TV screens, those keep your brain awake and alert. There was actually a couple studies done on this, and orange light will help soothe you into sleep. Now, if you don't have a cool aunt that gives you cool salt rock lamps, but you do have an iPhone, you can also achieve this with something called, I think it's like night shift mode. You just go on your phone and you can set it so that at a certain time, the screen, instead of blue, it emits orange light. You can look up tutorials on how to do this on your phone and laptop, or you can just give it to your kid and say, I don't do it for me. And it helps you fall asleep, especially when it's on a timer, because it helps you make that natural transition, be like, oh, it's bedtime now. So I'm gonna move this dude off to the side. So we've got our tea brewing, we've got the ambiance set. Now it's time for some aromatherapy, because we're bougie up in here. I have 2 products that I really, really enjoy. Now, before I introduce them, if you're prone to headaches due to like really strong smells, you're probably gonna opt out of things like lavender candles or lavender incense or things that are really, really strong. These two products that I got at Target they're not that bad. Like, they don't trigger those headaches for me. So the first one is a facial spray. You can find this in the beauty section at Target for about $10. It's theirs. It comes in a bunch of different scents, but it's just a lavender mist. You can spray it on your face. Oh, that's actually really refreshing. You can spray it on your face, or you can put it on your pillow and it'll knock you right out. If you need a little extra oomph, I have, don't judge me, it's baby lotion. It's baby lotion. At first I thought it was a little weird to be stealing products from the baby section, but it's formulated for their sensitive little baby noses, so it'll be perfect for your sensitive little nose too when you're trying to fall asleep. You just rub it on your hands, maybe do some facial massages on your like face and neck and everything. You do it on your feet. I'm sorry, I realized I bumped the mic, so that was Sandra, I'm sorry, that was a lot of ASMR for you. But these two products, lavender scented, help you fall asleep, but don't overpower you so you're not like in a cloud of overwhelming lavender. Put those dudes off to the side. Now, got my tea brewing, my orange lights, everything, my smelly smells. Now I'm gonna start to stretch. I'm gonna stretch, I'm gonna do some yoga. They have tons of 5-minute yoga routines that you can do in your bed that you can find online. And something else I encourage you to look into is something called belly breathing. I'm not gonna do it now because, you know, the mic, ASMR, but it's essentially filling up your body with breath. So you feel it in your tummy, you feel it in your back, you feel it in your chest, and it'll help you, you know, pushing out those big, deep breaths will help your body, you know, start to drift off and everything like that. So once I'm done stretching, the very last thing that I will do, it's the last time I'll touch my phone for the rest of the night, is I'll be setting my alarms, but I will also be using my favorite website. Now, I'll be putting it down here because the spelling is a little particular. Yes, it is spelled that way. It's called Sleepy Time, and it is a bedtime calculator. It's math, but I prefer to say it uses magic, because if I need to wake up at like 8:30 in the morning, which I'm 22, that's like 6 hours before I need to get up anyways. If I need to wake up at 8:30 in the morning, I'll punch that into my little calculator, and then it'll give me like 4 to 5 times that I can fall asleep. So that way when I wake up, I'm not waking up in the middle of a sleep cycle and I'm not waking up all groggy. This was super clutch when I was working 2 jobs, like over full time. I was a full-time student and I could only get like 4 hours of sleep a night. I was still able to wake up alert and ready to go even with those just 4 hours under my belt. So we're gonna go back to our teas. We got all that. All it is the tea, the orange light, make sure you're changing the ambience of your room, aromatherapy, stretching out your body, and planning your sleep with apps or websites and setting your alarms and everything. So we're gonna go back to our teas. It's been about 7 minutes, and we're gonna be straining out the tea bags to serve. Like I've said before, don't squeeze the tea bag because it's gonna be really, really bitter once you take it out. And this guy we're actually gonna strain a little bit differently. So I have a whole bunch of ice. It's a little melted right now because I'm chatty. I have a whole bunch of ice, and I'm going to be using a strainer to get out the basil and the tea bags. All right, and if any basil ends up in your tea, I mean, you would eat it with pasta anyway, so don't worry about it. Alrighty. And it still has that honey in it, has the lavender in it, has the basil. It's really herbal and pretty and floral. I think I hype up tea more than I hype up anything else in my life. I just get so excited about it. Did I get a straw? All right, save the turtles. Now for the hot tea, I'm just gonna add a splash of milk because I know that it is like a tradition in some people's homes to drink hot milk in order to fall asleep. So today I'm just using a vanilla almond milk, which is gonna enhance all those delicious flavors. And there you have it. This one is, like I said, for nighttime. This one is for when you want to fall asleep and you want to knock out pretty fast. This one, sometimes I mix it with like a bag of green tea for, like I said, like the late afternoon, early evening, just to unwind, just to curb some of that anxiety that I feel. Before I let you go, I need to get personal for a second. These are great tips. These are great tools to have in your arsenal for combating anxiety. But something that's really important is that I've learned to help me fall asleep at night is, my mom said it earlier, there's a ton of craziness out there in the world. It's crazy, it's negative, it's chaotic, and it's frustrating that we can't change it, and we can't change it overnight. But the one thing that we can change is ourselves and how we perceive that and what we allow in. And if I can leave you with anything, I just want to encourage you to be protective over your mental health and your emotional energy, and to be cognizant of what you let in your life and what you let live in your head rent-free. That relationship that you have with yourself and strengthening that relationship is one of the most important tools that you can have among all of this. This is cool, this is fun, but please, please, please be protective over yourself. I love you guys. I wish you the best. I didn't even take a sip because I'm afraid last time I heard some ASMR, Sandra, I heard some drinking ASMR, so I'm not gonna drink these on camera, but I assure you they are delicious. If you try it, tag me, let me know. I'm gonna head out. I'm tired. Let's see. I need to go take a nap. BG Joe, if you recognize this. Alrighty. Thank you guys. I love you so much. Bye.
Skiddly-doo-dee-doo-dow-ba-dee-dow-dee. Pouring with Pilar. She's a barista.
Thank you, Pilar, for those wonderful drink ideas.
Isn't she so adorable?
She's so cute. So much cuter now that she moved out.
Yeah. You're 100% cuter now.
100%. And yeah, Rhea, super clutch. Right before we went to Pilar's drinks,
Did you call it Pilar?
Pilar? Robert Haley, is that his name?
Robert Haley.
He said Jenny, and I'm assuming Jenny's his wife.
Yep.
Uses Ritz crackers in a meatloaf. So Debbie Grow, there's some ideas. Some people use saltines. My mom used to use saltines if she didn't have oatmeal. But some people, for the binder and the filler, they'll use saltines. I've heard of Ritz crackers from a couple Food Network people. Trisha Yearwood. Yeah, she uses Ritz crackers. So, have at it. Adds more flavor. Yum. So what are the comments we have here with Pilar?
A lot of great job, Pilar. Yay, Pilar. Love this, Pilar. Pilar. Yeah. So if you really like Pilar's segment, what we're going to do is break those out as individual segments so that you don't have to go back through each episode, and we'll be posting those on our website. That would be there, cookingwithdebbieandfriends.com, so that you can just search in the search bar under episodes and find those. They'll also be on the YouTube channel, so that would be right there. It's just /mommycomic after youtube.com.
Yeah, and she has some really cool drinks coming up for next week, which is our Halloween Spooktacular and Day of the Dead. So there's that. Oh, yep. I'm so glad everybody loves her.
So while she was...
Thank you, Eva.
While she was working...
still don't know what that means, Anna Maria.
That's all right. No one
super
knows.
Clutch.
Yeah, it's like...
Super clutch.
You're like super awesome.
I don't know.
I'm going to show this.
Martha...
We just plated some mac and cheese and green beans with a little bit of little pepper on there, a little salt on there.
I wanted to say real quick, Martha Scott says, I use almond flour instead of the oatmeal. I'm telling you, for as many cooks out there are that many meatloaf recipes, and I myself might make it a little differently than this time, if I'm feeling a little creative. So,
but mostly we stick to the Quaker Oats.
Yeah, like I said, yeah. So there you go, Travis.
Now, what if we wanted to put a little ketchup on there?
You can get it. Have at it.
I want to try it without it first, just so I can
do.
see how it tastes.
Of course you do.
Yeah, because you got to taste out all the spices and delicious goodness.
You want to cook it till it's 160 degrees, so a medium.
That's hearty. Mm-hmm. That's a big hearty bite
dense
of meatloaf. Again, this was fast and easy. Very easy to make doubles. Mm-hmm. What would you say the cost on this would be?
Oh my gosh. So, first of all, this was the cheapest thing ever and the best thing ever. This is 50 cents for the loaf pan. Amazing. The meat was an 80-20 mixture, and I got it at Walmart, the Big Chubs, which was already measured out to 3 pounds, So I can make 2 meatloaves. They were a little over $9 each. So I bought 2 of those. So we're looking at $10, $20. And then the mac and cheese I had in our cupboard.
It's $1.50.
Yeah, and then, but I made 4 meatloaves.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a lot of food.
Yeah, so like between $5 and $7
per meal, which will easily feed at least me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at how cute. We used to be able to pick our birthday dinner. Doug and I always picked meatloaf. How cute are you, Debbie Grow? And Debbie Grow sent me her grandmother's recipe for homemade ranch.
What are some other comfort foods that you guys have that you enjoy when you really just, maybe it could be something easy?
We don't judge here. We don't judge here. If it's stick in your face in a big bowl of candy, have at it. If it's a glass of Chardonnay at night,
a bowl of cereal.
If it's a bowl of cereal, if it's a margarita, we don't judge here. So what are some of your
comfort foods? Usually, they're usually, at least for me, reminiscent of something that was made when I was a kid. One thing, and I've asked my dad for this recipe, chicken and dumplings. He says he doesn't have the recipe. I don't know why.
He probably makes it.
I think he's probably trying. No, he's trying to keep it. He doesn't. It's a family secret, and he doesn't want me to have it or something, which is really bizarre.
Sloppy Joes. I'm gonna do. I want to do Sloppy Joes again, Deb, because apparently I didn't serve them with tater tots the way you're supposed to, and I would like to make double on a show again, and freeze that as well, because that's a great meal to pull out. Let's see. Albondigas. It really is. It's just been so hot in SoCal.
RJ, breakfast for dinner.
That's a great idea. It is, because it's a lot of coordination.
It has to be timed just right.
Yeah. But I love breakfast for dinner. There is a comfort to that. Chicken fried steak. Oh my God, I love chicken fried steak.
I came home hungry, and so this is really just, it smells amazing.
Sally says always pasta. Always pasta. Okay, Suzanne. Okay, no judgment. Ruffles potato chips. I could have Ruffles potato chips, Suzanne, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A little bit of sour cream on the side there. Leave me alone. Call it a day.
Keep talking.
Absolutely.
Tell me about it.
What?
Come on.
We lick the bag
Preach,
when we're
girl.
done.
I'm a huge chili fan. Oh, RJ. That's Bob. Bob chili. Oh.
I'm going to do that too.
You got to try her 3-can Chipotle chili recipe.
Candy face. Oh, look at what my son-in-law wrote. My mother-in-law's chocolate-covered pretzels. Hint, hint. We'll get some out to you. We will get some out to you. My dear friend, dear friend, Paul Ames, who passed away, he loved my chocolate-covered pretzels. So when we celebrate Dia de los Muertos, I will be making chocolate pretzels in honor of my beautiful friend Paul. Pot roast from my grandma's recipe. Oh my gosh, there's nothing like pot roast. Oh, Lipton onion dip.
For the Ruffles?
Yes.
Okay.
Biscuits and gravy. I got something to tell you about onion dip. So, did we tell this on the show about our friends from Africa?
I don't think so.
And they came to a potluck, and this couple was so enamored with the onion dip. Like, they had never had it before. And they just thought it was the most exotic, amazing thing they ever tasted.
Little did they know. It came from powder and a powder thing. So, can I just say, Bob Snow, oh my, Chipotle chili sounds amazing.
No.
No, you don't understand. This Chipotle chili that I'm talking about, you guys, it is the most amazing. I don't care what Debbie says. No, you got to not listen to her on this one. She did 3 cans of Chipotle chilies in this.
Because I misread the recipe. The recipe said 3 Chipotle chilies.
But it was the perfect
and
mixture.
And I put in 3 cans.
And it was the perfect mixture.
My spoon was like gone when
All
I put
I'm
it in there.
saying is,
and he took it to work and
everyone was just it looked like he dumped buckets of water on everyone. But they were eating like, oh my God, this is the best chili I've ever had in my life. And I'll tell you this.
I hate that
story.
Story.
She refuses to make it for me. So I start a petition now to get the 3-can chili.
I will with Yeah, I will. I'm going to call it the devil's chili.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to Amazon and some of the things that you should order with
Couple
pepper
more
jack cheese.
pot roast with my grandma's recipe.
I know, I saw that. That sounds so good.
I
Pot
want
roast
that.
is always good. Chipotle chili sounds amazing with pepper jack cheese. Actually, we're going to be doing, I don't want to blow it. I don't want to tease you. I don't want to tell you. Okay, because we have some pretty fun stuff coming up for Halloween. Going back to Amazon, because we give a lot of food away, I've ordered a lot of things from Amazon to put into, loaf pans or 2.5 pound pans, round dishes with covers. They're all disposable. So Salisbury steak. Oh my gosh, I love Salisbury steak. Anyway, so I think it was Cindy Perez who wrote, "Did you just wrap that up with foil?" I did. Cindy. No, wait.
No, Cindy. It might have been Cindy Castillo, but you're looking at Sandy Perez.
Oh, okay.
On the screen.
Sorry.
Scroll.
Yeah. Somebody asked, "Did you just do foil?"
I'm not seeing foil, but
you just
wrapped. There it
okay.
is. Julie Monroe.
Julie Monroe. Completely wrong everywhere. So Julie Monroe. What I do is I invest in. I do have a cheap roll of foil in there that I use. Like if I'm just I don't need my foil to be really amazing.
Or if I'm throwing it on a pan for barbecue, something that you don't need.
But this is the Reynolds Wrap Heavy Duty, and this one I use for my freezer. So I just wrapped it up right there, see? And I put meatloaf in the date, and I got these stickers as well at Amazon that you can stick right onto your thing right there, and you can just put heat.
Oh, instructions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, all you have to do is heat up till warm because it's already cooked.
Now, if they put that in the freezer, do they have to
yeah.
frost it first?
Yeah. Just take it out in the morning. Like this is going to be a crap day or a hectic day or whatever. Take it out in the morning.
Outlook on 2020 is not that good at this point, people. It's going to be a crap day. Just put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Eat it tomorrow.
It's kind of like every day's been a crap day in 2020. It's like Groundhog Day, except it just doesn't get any better.
It's getting better.
It's getting better.
With you guys. We have to remain with those. Do a little meditation.
So, like I said, I always bake mine and give it away like that because, I don't know. Why not take the step and just bake them all? I could have done all 4 of these at once in the oven if I wanted to. Anyway, so I'm going to start stocking my freezer because, we're going to just get into some busy seasons and a busy season, and I want to help you stock your freezer. And if you go in there and you've got a Sloppy Joe's, a spaghetti sauce, a meatloaf, what else do I freeze? Chicken pot pie.
Sauces and...
Yeah, but if you just have 4 of those... Yeah, I freeze a lot of beans. If you just have 4 of those meals right there you go, man. You could have a whole week where you're already cooked ahead of time. What about if you forget to defrost it in the morning?
Can you put it in the Instapot?
No, she's not going to say that. You can actually just, you can put it in the oven and warm it up again until it warms again.
Yeah. On a lower heat. You don't want to burn it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be frozen on the inside.
And if it's already cooked, yeah.
But also, one more thing about freezing foods. You do want to make sure you get the heavy-duty stuff if you're wrapping it in foil. If you get the bags, make sure that they say freezer bag on there. And typically, you can put things in the freezer for 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
So make sure you're rotating that stuff out as you bake, do another big bake. You can put more in there and pull that stuff out from the back and rotate it.
And also, Anna Maria, you're bringing up an interesting point, and that is have a plan for the next day so that you're not driving home. I guess a lot of us aren't driving home anymore, but you're not like, oh, it's 4 o'clock. What the hell am I going to do for dinner? So have a plan for the week or have a plan just for the next couple days, what you're going to have tomorrow, so that it's in the refrigerator thawing already, or it's ready to go in the crock pot, or it's, or the money's there on the fridge for somebody to grab it and go get a pizza. So planning is also a step to help you de-stress and not have so much anxiety because you have a plan and you know what you're going to do. Because even sometimes our plan is we'll just go out and get something to eat, and now it's still frustrating. What do you want to eat? Mexican food? I don't want Mexican food. What do you
it's like being in Blockbuster Video. For those of you that are younger, you don't understand the struggle. But
so anyway, so those were our tips on anti-anxiety and de-stressing. We're here.
Pilar's tips were amazing to get your bedtime routine set up so that when you do lie down, you're not you're ready to ease into that sleep.
Oh, can I say one more thing? Robert Haley.
You can say whatever you
Boom,
want.
like
This
that.
is your show.
Boom. My daughter meal plans for the week. I do too. Not just because I have a show. I've always done that. One more thing, Anna Maria. So if you forget to defrost it, go ahead and put it in the refrigerator and let it defrost for the next day. But always have something in your cupboard, and RJ hit on it, breakfast. You can always pull together a breakfast from your fridge, and with some bacon and eggs,
or just eggs and cheese, and make an omelet with some toast.
Yeah, with toast or Eggo waffles. So always have a backup of something in your cupboard ready to go, whether it's breakfast or it's a jar of pasta sauce with some pasta. But always have one of those meals ready to go so that it stops you from going out to eat. You can stay home and cook, not break the bank. Right. Netflix is the new blockbuster, right, Caitlin? You're like, what do you want to watch? I don't know. What do you want to watch? I don't know. What do you want to watch?
Caitlin Hansen, amazing bass player, super sweet, awesome person.
We love you, Caitlin. Congratulations on your engagement. Suzanne, I'm a Tylenol PM girl, totally trying the treat. Please do. Try the tea and see if you like it.
Oh, speaking of engagement, I just found out today by scrolling through social network, my goddaughter is married. She got married.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
Very beautiful couple. Congratulations, you guys. Yeah. She's beautiful. She's pocket size, and he's like 6'12".
Yeah.
And but their children are so beautiful, and I'm really happy for you guys. So congratulations.
So
chili cheese dogs and lemonade.
You know what, RJ? I can't tell you. This weekend we were kind of like, what are we going to eat? And because you guys must think that since we do this show that, man, they must eat great every night. But one night it was hot dogs. Because I always have a pack of hot dogs and I always have hot dog buns. Oh my. So Anna Maria, big deal. You forget to defrost your meatloaf. While you're thinking about it, you grab it, you put it in your refrigerator, and then you have turkey dogs or hot dogs or breakfast or pasta sauce with spaghetti. So anyway, and don't be hard on yourselves, guys. Don't be hard on yourselves. You can always, this is a trick that Pilar taught me. She taught me to talk about myself in second person. So don't do that to her. Don't make her stressed out. Why don't you give her a cup of tea? Why don't you let her know everything's going to be okay and she's got 20 minutes to put her feet up? And I'm talking about myself that way. And it's when you see yourself as a different person deserving of love and affection and getting a break, getting a damn break, it kind of just changes your psyche. Pigs in a blanket. We could just sit here and just talk about all these great foods you could just do, and hot dogs and crescent rolls in your fridge. Bam, done. We should do an episode like that.
Why not?
Because we'll have a lot of food to eat.
Girl, does it look like I care? I don't
Girl.
eat that food.
All right, guys, we love you. Thank you so much. Don't forget, Tuesday is our Halloween Spooktacular. We're going to put out 3 movies we want you to vote on. Those movies were featured in Danny Wolf's docuseries, Time Warp. And he's going to be here on Tuesday. And so Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Chainsaw Massacre. And see if you have any feelings about those. All right. Thank you so, so much. Thanks again, Ed, for coming into my home. Eva, of course. Thank you for having us. It's an honor. Thank you, Sally. We love you, too. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Debbie, go have fun. Go have a good time. Paula, thank you. Great show as usual. Thank you so much. Enjoy your visit with Suzanne. We love you guys.
Cooking with Debbie and friends. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
de-stress.
I'm distressed.
Now let's eat some meatloaf.